Have you ever heard of Elizabeth April?
Not the
She's on
first.
you. She's on YouTube. She's a. Uh, mm, she talks to the Galactic Federation, and she was just on there explaining quantum timelines.
This young girl. Oops, I don't know where this video. Okay.
And don't know if I don't know if I understand it completely or if I believe in it completely. But anyway, she was talking about non NPCs, non participant, basically characters. And who else talked about that? Dolores Cannon. Basically, they're backdrop people. They don't do anything. They don't have a soul. They have flesh and bones, but they don't have a soul, and they're just in the background to make it look busy. I don't know if I believe in that.
What does that mean?
So, you know how we have a soul, our family members have souls, right? And we interact with them. And we interact with each other on Zoom because we're real people. Well, there's also people that look like us, but they're just in the backdrop to take up space. And they're called, and the new word is called NPC, non participant, basically players. Characters, non-participant
Sure.
characters. And but Dolores Cannon talked about them as well and just said that they were background people.
But I wonder if she got that information from Dolores Cannon.
I think maybe she did, or maybe I mean Dolores Cannon was the first person to bring it into the conscious awareness, and these people are just in the backdrop just to make it look busy. They don't teach us anything. They're just, like you go to a restaurant and it'd be you and your family sitting there, and then there's all these backdrop people just to make the matrix look like it's doing something. I don't know if I believe in that.
First time I've heard. There's a lot of things that a lot of popular mediums talk about that I don't believe. Just because they're well known, their names out there, doesn't mean they're right.
Absolutely. So I
So
don't know how I feel about that. It doesn't sit well with me. I'll put it that way. It
mm-mm.
feels off.
Just ask your guides and sit with it a couple of times. Eventually, you get an answer. It feels off with me too. I don't know why we're
Hmm.
always creating all this stuff. What the
I
heck?
know. Why? And that's what the loves say all the time. They say, "You don't make it difficult. Why do the humans have to make everything so difficult? It's really easy." They say, very easy.
So I was watching. I won't mention it because we might wind up posting this. I'll pause if we have to, and then go back on. But but I was watching a very popular medium who's a teacher, Alta College at one time and all. Um, I don't think he's with them anymore, but I'm not sure. But anyway, he I watched some of his videos because he's got good knowledge, and it's nice to.
Hmm.
So today I had it on my TV and it was rolling, and then I looked at the topic because I heard him say something about our loved one. We cannot sit with our loved ones that have passed over.
Bull.
I know. He said it
That's
was crazy.
malarkey.
And I was like, what? And I heard him say that he had 5 reasons or 7 or 10, I forget how many. I wind up turning it off because I found myself going, what?
Right. Yeah.
But
Yeah. Right.
he was saying that if for a medium that would want to set with their loved one would want to do it 24/7, which is not true, you know that. I mean,
Mm-mm.
and the so you could tell his mind was in it because there's no possible
Right.
anybody could sit with their loved one 24/7.
No.
And that it would actually be selfish because we are there for service to heal others, but if we're bringing in our own, how could we, this is coming from a third person saying it for him and me to you. So I'm saying it to a third person. So I'm not saying the exact words, but basically what he's saying, how could we be a service to others and giving them healing from their loved ones if we're sitting with ours? And he said another reason was proof. That's why you go to an evidential medium, is so that they can give you proof. So where's your proof? And then he started talking about what else was he saying?
Oh, it's such a
I
bunch of
know.
malarkey because, the loved one, like our sons, have pretty much joined our team. Do they still do things on the other side? Of course they do. But they also are part of our team now. And that's by choice, I believe.
But what's so sad about it is that he's had to create this in his own mind. And what's so sad about it is other people believe it. So
Right.
we know that we can
Yes.
sit with our loved ones. My son and your son, when he first passed, he was constantly around me and with me, of course.
Hmm.
And he
Oh,
visits
yeah.
me now, and it's not like I want him to sit there 24/7 anyway. I
No,
wouldn't in real life.
exactly. And that's pretty much what it is. In real life, we didn't sit with them for, it's like, go away, go do
And he
your
said
thing.
whatever. And he said the thing that he was undermining us is what he's doing, because what he's saying, he said, so if we do sit with our loved one, whoever it is, our imagination would take over. And how could we prove it wasn't imagination? There's discernment. We're mediums. We've been working with spirit for years.
Absolutely.
I made a
Absolutely.
comment. I made a comment. I never did. What did
Good.
you
And I think we should make comments when they're speaking out their butts. Really, I do, because maybe that's his experience because of his dogmatic belief system.
Exactly.
And when I was sitting with the loves earlier, they were saying, you know, you still need to shed the dogmatic beliefs, even though you are where you are. We still have some of those dogmatic
Yeah.
beliefs that we need to continue to be aware of, use our discernment, but continue to shed them. And I thought that was pretty good advice from them.
Mm,
And it just chaps my hide when you have mediums out there that are getting the big bucks and they have a big name for themselves, and they mislead people. It just shows me where they're at.
you might want to put your speaker a little way, because every time
Oh,
you have a whistle behind your talk.
okay. How's
I'm gonna,
that? Better? Is
yeah,
that better?
I'm gonna see if
Yeah.
mine. I had turned mine off. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but it's kind of low.
Yes. I need to fix it. Sorry, guys, if I put this up here, it's just what we do.
Yeah, we're a work in progress.
I don't know what it's. I don't know. You can't hear me?
I can hear you, but it just sounds like you're far away.
How about now?
Yeah, that's much better.
I gotta figure that one out, because that's the one I bought. It's supposed to be for my podcast.
Yeah, yeah, that's important.
I wonder if it's even plugged in. Something's plugged in there, so it must be.
Must be because I can hear you a lot better now. Yeah, I don't. You have to. I think this is the year for discernment for all of us, really.
It's going to be one of my names, discernment. Yeah, I do believe that.
Hmm. I really do, because things are changing and moving fast, very quickly. Um, Not only with our learning and things changing for us personally, but also in the world. So discernment is a necessity as we get information, because sometimes I don't know the way that AI is going and stuff. If we can trust our eyes sometimes with the stuff
Oh,
that
I know. It's
it can put
crazy.
out there. Yeah.
And so many
So.
people believe all the stuff that's being put on there. It's a
Mhm.
lot of really fear mongering
Right.
stuff.
Right. So that kind of concerns me that we're can we trust. I think we're going to have to start going by really how we feel, drop down into our heart, and really how do we feel with this knowledge, this information that's coming to us, um, especially with the AI and how they're doing stuff now.
That's true. But at the same time, you can train your eye to know when it's AI too, if
Yeah.
you're working a lot with it. But when it comes to discernment with spirit, there's sometimes that certain mediums that think they see something, they may they may feel something that's really not there. Like the
Well,
pareidolia.
yeah.
Is the
Yeah.
pareidolia? That's going
What's
around
that?
a lot.
What's a paradilium? Where have I been?
Oh
What am I
yeah,
missing?
and I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but it's
Uh,
when you have these faces that look like spirit, but it's not spirit. But it,
oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, right. Well, we've seen that a lot where it's
Mhm.
like, kind of do the dog head twist. Like, I
I
don't
did
see
it
that.
years ago too.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go
Yeah.
back and look at it and I say, where's it at?
Yeah. Right. I've done the
So
same thing.
I'm just trying to keep quiet on that part. But yeah, and that might be what happens to them. Maybe they're developing an eye. I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
I
That's how
do.
I
Because I know that's how we develop and that's how we learn. But there's still sometimes where somebody will post something online. I'm like, I do not see it. I don't feel it. I don't see it. Okay. So I just move on.
I know. Yeah, I'm learning that too.
It's like, okay,
I
if they
try to
see it,
put
that's fine.
I try to put my writings up to give people a hint in a very nice way, but it's not doing any good.
Well, but it just once again shows us exactly where somebody is in their development and in their on their path. And
Mhm.
we just gotta kind of step back and be the observer and just let them do their thing, and then they'll come back and say, "Oh, I get it now."
You want to know, and I'll say his name here, even though it's recording, because I've watched some of Bashar because I was like, what is Bashar? What is he all about? And
Oh
I hear these
yeah,
names. So I've been watching him. He's actually extremely intelligent, a very
yes,
intelligent
I
being.
do
You want to
watch
learn
his
about
videos.
the Federation,
Mm-hmm.
the Galactic Federation, and watch
Yeah.
him, listen to him. He has his, there's a lot of knowledge. That's all.
Yes, I take from Daryl Anka is his name, and he channels Bashar. Anyway, so what I do is I take what what I'm comfortable with, and then I put the other stuff to the side for a minute because maybe I am not aware enough yet in my consciousness with because some of the stuff that Bashar teaches is very deep. It's 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 kind of out there, some would say. I don't think it's out there, but some stuff, I have to sit and ponder for a minute because it really does make you stretch out there and think bigger,
Yeah,
which
it
is
does.
good. It's a challenge, and I like that.
And you see a lot of young kids that are coming this way that are really asking some intelligent questions.
Oh, yeah,
And it's not
absolutely.
all about their development, is what's amazing. It's not
Oh,
about
yeah.
them.
Yeah,
It's
it's
also,
about
yeah,
society and the
yeah,
world and, disclosure. And yeah, it's packed full of, if they ask a lot of impactful questions that's happening in our society. You're
yeah.
absolutely right. Yeah. Yeah, he's great. Another one is Cryon. I don't know if you've listened to him.
I don't know. I listen because when I'm cleaning and stuff, I listen, and I've got an open mind.
I
I,
did, yeah.
I feel like we can learn from everybody.
Hmm. Cryon is another good one.
Alex,
Um,
Cardenas.
no, that's who he channels. He channels Cryon. I'm trying to think of his name.
Oh, I see. It's okay. I got him.
Yeah,
But
he's
somebody said cry on. Oh, I never saw him before.
he's good. He's right up there with Daryl Anka with Bashar.
Hmm.
Yeah, I watched them on YouTube, and there's another one. Her is a female. Can't remember her name, but she's also another good one. That I mean, if I don't know, well, they channel galactics,
Yeah,
so they're aware, of course, of spirit guides. They're aware of their team, but these are literally interdimensionals that they are channeling, and it's really interesting to watch them, to listen to them, and to feel into that energy that they're channeling, because it is a higher frequency when I'm experiencing it anyway.
I have a galactic guide.
I do too. I call him. He's an Arcturian, and I call him Ari.
Mine's I have an Arcturian. So I don't know if it's a guy or healing guide that works around me, but this one is North Star. So
Oh,
she when she came through in Friday Circle when we used to have it, she used to come through and she would tell them she was from the North Star, and I don't remember what she said, what she would say, but I do remember my friend Ray telling me that I needed to sit with and get to know. But he told me that about my other ones too, so I'd sat with them first. I haven't, and I just recently
started
feel
sitting with her again.
I feel her coming around.
Yeah. Well, I think it's for a reason, because they introduce themselves and then they back off for a while until we're ready. Because Ari's done that with me. It's like he introduced and then he backs off, and now he's introducing more of himself. And I think it's because where we're at right now with everything happening around us in the
Yeah, I
world.
do too.
I think it's necessary
Yeah, I do
that they
too.
expand our conscious awareness
Yeah,
on, because like I said, again, I'll go back to that, there's so many things that are changing around us, and there's going to be some big changes with disclosure, but it's not going to happen for the people who are not ready for it.
yeah,
We already share a space with them, so it's not going to be like this big disclosure, I don't believe.
I'm trying to get comfortable.
Right, I know. I believe that as we ascend, or as we our frequency changes, that is when we're able to see exactly where they've been all along.
Not
Like that.
frequency. Everybody, this is not meant to be an offense. It's the wording. But
Yeah.
everybody, when we speak about frequency change, we don't change. We just vibrate higher.
Right.
It's not really all frequency because we can
I don't
confuse.
know how to explain it any other way, though.
Everybody did, Kim. Everybody goes to teachers so they could lift their frequency, or they want this frequency or that frequency.
Right.
There's not.
Because I didn't want to say ascend, because that's not what we do. So I didn't want to use the word. I didn't want to use as we ascend, because that's really not what we do. We don't ascend. So I'm trying not to use that
We
word
actually
anymore.
ascend within. Ascension
Right.
isn't always
So
expansion.
So I guess what I could say is, as our conscious awareness
Exactly.
expands,
As we
as our there we
expand.
go, as our conscious awareness expands, right, then we can literally see the space that they have already shared with us. We're just not aware of it right now.
Exactly.
So
But I think some of us are aware of it because
yeah,
we have that awareness and understand how when they're knocking on our door.
yeah,
But but yeah. So I'm learning how to word things because when I had put the
right.
class for quantum thing, people that were coming into the class to go into the quantum field were literally expecting something different. But it's
Really.
nothing different. It's just that field or state where you're surrendering the spirit between theta and delta. But everybody,
Hmm.
and I explained it to them, and now I'm glad I did. Maybe it was
Yeah,
for a reason, because a lot of people are saying they'll teach you to come into the quantum. It's a new age of
it's
learning.
not.
It's all the same.
Right,
It's
right.
all the same. Yeah.
It's all the same, and maybe subtle changes, but that's just because of energy. That's it. I mean, like the loves say, it's all pretty simplistic. Don't make it bigger than it needs to be,
It's
right?
just like attunement. Yeah.
Right,
So you get
right.
it. Yeah, so we could sit here right now and be attuned because we would, if we're setting with spirit and we'd say
Hmm.
we're setting in the power, that's attunement. Now, when we have the Kaz and I are doing the cosmic workshop, she's going to do attunements, but what she's going to do is she's going to have them sit and have them set with the cosmic energy, and they'll be attuned. But it's not like you're being attuned to anything that's special going to happen to you.
Right. Well, I also believe when
Attunement
you
is
have
awakening and rising your vibration.
right, and I believe when you have good conversations like this, or with other people,
Mhm.
you also experience an attunement, and you can
Yeah.
feel it. You can feel it as you're having the conversations. You can feel it, if it's not a good attunement with somebody, you instantly feel it. So I think we put ourselves in situations every day where we're in flux of attunements, and that's why it's really important to ground.
Well, I don't think you get attuned by other people,
You
Kim.
don't.
I don't know if
I
that's what
think
you're
no. I
saying.
think that the conversations, like when you are having conversations,
You
when they
can
are
feel spirit with us, and that feels like an attunement.
absolutely,
Exactly.
and I
Tuning to
maybe that's what I'm
spirit.
trying to say. And as
Yeah.
they join in the conversations, and you're expanding your conscious awareness, that you have these attune. I don't know what else to call it. Energy shifts,
Well,
something.
I think, yeah, but I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound like I know it all because I really don't. But I
No,
have
but these are
learned.
things that need to be discussed, right? Because the verbiage, it needs to be correct,
Yeah,
right? Because it's been taught for a while where it's not correct. That's why,
right.
we don't ascend. So we expand our conscious awareness, and once people start to realize that, it becomes a lot simpler to do what is so naturally inherent as we are energetic beings.
Yeah. So basically, what you said going back, when you say we got to be careful how we say that too. And I'm sorry. So
No,
when
but
we're
this is
sitting in the
all
room,
learning. This is all learning, right?
I know
So
I
it's
just didn't want you to
great.
think I was, undermining you.
Yeah.
So if you set
No,
it, this
no.
is why we get along so well. So you get sitting in a circle of people, and there's somebody's energy there that just really is. Sometimes they're just not. You can feel they're
Oh
a good
yeah.
person,
Yeah,
not
but
to
they're
talk,
off.
but it's like the energy's flowing. There's a like a block somewhere, and you can tell it's not.
Hmm.
You can feel it. That's not attunement.
No, 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 no. That's their
So
energy.
yeah, it's their energy. And then you
Yeah.
can have somebody push their energy out to you. That's not attunement. We can't attune people, but you can block that energy that comes towards you.
Thank
I've
God.
been
Yeah.
offended when that happens to me. And it's happened to me a couple of times. Happened to me earlier, and I won't mention, but I could feel it, so I just had to put a block up. And
Hmm.
then it happened again about a week or so ago, not the one I had told you about, but it wasn't just to me. It's just like people don't realize when you're in trance, you're not supposed to be expanding your energy anywhere. You're supposed to be sitting in your stillness within yourself and allow spirit to blend with you and surrender.
Right.
So when you expand out, you can feel that energy of that person. It feels like an invasion when you're not giving
Yeah.
them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But most people who teach trance, how do they teach? Expand out,
Yeah.
just like sitting in the power. Expand out.
Are you taught that way?
Oh well, yeah, and it didn't feel right. Didn't feel right at all. It was like, and the loves would say, "How far do you want to go? Which realm? Which universe do you want to go to?" And that was them telling me, "No, you don't do that. You don't expand out. You go in.
You can't.
Everything you have is within you."
Well, and when you expand your energy out, your energy, you want your energy and spirit's energy to blend.
Exactly.
You span it out, the energy is vibration everywhere, and you're not
Yeah,
getting.
it's chaotic. It's
And that's
absolutely
why a lot of
chaotic.
people can't go into depth. They have to sit within the stillness of themselves and allow. It's the same thing with trans healing. It's the same
Yeah.
thing when you heal with your doctor guides, for example, and your doctor guide brings his team. We don't want to sit and imagine that they're doing something. We want to sit and surrender and allow, and you will experience what they're doing.
Hmm.
It's just
And the
it's
loves say that all the
amazing.
time, especially when we're doing physical. You're the battery. You do nothing. You are the battery. It makes so much sense, and it takes the pressure off,
Yeah, you have to sit in stillness.
right? You have to,
Mhm.
absolutely have to. And I think a lot of people, they're still on their, they're still really learning what it is like to be comfortable in their own skin, because
Yeah,
you have to love yourself, you have to be comfortable in your own skin, comfortable with your team, and comfortable enough to sit in the silence and sometimes in the dark and not see
mhm.
anything. You know what I'm talking about, in the
Very
mind, not the
powerful.
room. And to really have that mind just be peaceful.
Yeah.
And that's, a lot of people have a difficult time doing that. And yeah.
Hold up, hold up. Sorry, guys, I got to pause for a minute.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Hey, guys, I had a little bit of a mishap.
It's all good though. So back to what I was saying, just real short. I think that is the trick, that you have to be comfortable in literally surrendering and expecting nothing.
Yeah,
Just
exactly. And allowing. It's all
yeah,
just allow. Allow
Yes,
whatever, and allow what's coming out of your mind that you think is not you. It is spirit. It's usually always spirit, and just allow it, and it builds stronger and stronger.
absolutely.
Mhm.
Especially the no expectations, none. Just, I'm here. I'm here with you
Yeah.
guys. Just gather close and just let's start with a big hug, you know, and go from there.
Sometimes it might take a while. Like I sat in circle this morning. It's not mine. It feels really good to sit in somebody else's circle for
Mm-hmm.
trance, but I kept coughing more than normal. I mean, so every time I felt myself going down and I cough and go down, it took me out, but I stuck with it. And then
Good.
finally I went down. You just have to stick with it. You have to keep going back. It also trains you to keep going back. But even if you sit all the time, you always have your bad days.
Absolutely. Where you're like, hello, anybody there? And you know they're there. It's us. It's just us living this human life and all that it entails. And sometimes it does take us a little longer to get down and they're still there. It's just we are a little too our energy is just a little too chaotic or whatever that's happening in our lives. It's us. It's always us.
Yeah.
And that's good training, though, like you're saying, you know, sometimes it does take us a while to get down, or something will kind of pull us up a little bit and to just, learn to go back down. If the dog jumps on you, or if the phone rings, or if you're, just can't quite whatever get there, that's all good stuff. That's all a training ground
It
for
really is.
it is. And I don't like it's hard to hear, and I've been there too. I still am there sometimes where it's like frustrated at this or that, or should be better at this, or should that's just all human stuff. And we have to remember to leave that outside when we're with spirit, because it's soul to soul.
Yeah, so true. I think it's great. I love spirit.
I do too. My husband and I were talking about that last night. He was saying, he said, I have my music that makes me grounded. He said, and you've got spirit that makes you grounded, what you do with spirit. He said, and if we didn't have those things, he said, how awful do you think this journey would be? And I'm like, right? It would
We probably
be,
have something else.
right? It's his music because he's a musician. So that grounds him and it makes him want to get up and, in the day and contribute. And mine's spirit, yours is spirit. It's like a Lay's potato chip. Once you have one, you got to have more.
You can't either. You remember that commercial when we were little, and I'm a little bit older than you, but and a bus driver would pull up and somebody give him a Lay's potato chip or something, and he just
Can't
had.
just have
Next
one,
thing you knew, he'd have the bag in his hand. That's for cute.
right? That's how spirit is for me, and I think for others too. You can't. It's just addicting. Because it feels so natural.
Feels natural and warm. Yeah.
Yes, right. It doesn't feel like we were just. Once you start to connect with your soul and then with the spirits, your team, it's not like we were just thrown down here.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I get it. I do have a purpose. I do have a team that is helping me. I can do this. I can do this journey now.
So cool.
Hmm.
I love it.
I do too.
I think we did really well. We're going to sign
I
off for a
did.
while. We
Yes,
might go
we
live, so we'll
did
see
good.
you guys.